All right. Hi, Emily. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How's your week been?
It's been okay. I'm just having like a really hard time like adjusting. I mean, I'm new here. I just moved here. Obviously, school just started, so I just don't feel comfortable.
It's a tough time for anyone. You can see how that would be uncomfortable for most people.
Yeah.
Starting in a new city, new school, new people, and everything. How are your classes?
They're okay. I mean, I like my professors. They seem fine. My classes seem exciting. I just kind of sit in the back, keep to myself a little bit. Everybody kind of seems to already have their groups, so just kind of hang out by myself.
Okay. Have you made any friends yet?
No.
No, no one?
Mm-mm.
Not even like a dorm mate or a neighbor?
I have a roommate, but she I'm not, I don't know. No.
Okay. I mean, do you prefer to spend time alone? Do you want to make friends?
I mean, I would like to make friends, I would think, but I'm just kind of to myself, like, just kind of shy.
It's understandable. It can be tough though, when in a new situation, to not have anyone to talk to. Is there any reason why you don't talk to anyone? Did anything happen in your past that maybe makes you weary to meet new people?
I mean, like in my hometown, I probably had like one close friend, but other than that, again, I just felt like I'd never really fit in anywhere in my school. Like it was all a bunch of like jocks and like preppy girls and all that stuff, and I just didn't feel accepted. Like I just don't think, and I didn't really. They're just mean people.
Did they bully you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like my entire life I've been bullied. I've just felt like I've never really fit in anywhere.
That's hard. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. No one deserves to go through that and have that feeling. What kind of feelings do you get when you try and talk to new people? Not since you're in a new town, no one knows you here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just walking into class, I get anxious because I know that there's going to be people there that I know we always have to make awkward conversations on the first day, like introduce ourselves. Like, I hate doing that. I get nervous and anxious, and I just think the worst. I'm just like, they're not going to like me anyway, so.
Okay. So we have this model that we use. It's called the ABC model. And I want to kind of teach you about that real quick. I think it can help maybe keep some of those thoughts and beliefs like under control so they're not so overwhelming for you.
Okay.
So the first is the activating event. So it's what has triggered basically everything else that followed. So I think that would be being bullied in your hometown, because that's a hard thing to deal with. It affects how you feel interacting with other people, how you feel about yourself. And then the next, I'm going to skip B for now, but the next, the C is the consequence. And it seems like the consequence from that activating event is that you don't really socialize too much, right? It's kind of hard for you.
It's awkward.
It's awkward, anxious, all those unpleasant feelings, right? Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I want you to try and do when you're starting to have those feelings, what are the anxious feelings? How do you know you're anxious?
Like my heart beats really fast.
Okay.
I kind of like get like, not like hyperventilate, but you know what I mean. Like my breathing gets all awkward and winky. And
do you have any thoughts that accompany those anxious feelings?
Well, just that they're not going to like me.
Okay, so as soon as you start getting that anxious feeling, you feel your heart racing, like kind of weird, like things are going to be awkward, that no one's going to like you, I want you to picture a bright red stop sign. I know it sounds a little bit dramatic and over the top, but just picture a bright red stop sign, and we want to stop those thoughts. Okay, so anytime when you walk into a room, if you start to feel like, oh my God, they don't like me or they're talking about me, stop.
Isn't that awkward though? Like, what if I'm in a conversation with someone and that thought process comes up? Like, do I just stop and picture a stop sign?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you have to say stop out loud. It's all happening inside.
Okay.
So the person you're talking to doesn't have to know you're picturing a stop sign.
True.
You know, you don't have to say, hold on, I'm thinking of a stop sign. You just think of the stop sign and stop yourself and kind of redirect yourself back to the conversation as it's happening and away from those feelings of anxiety to the best of your ability. It takes practice. No, it's not going to work right away.
Okay.
And then let's talk about the pros and cons
Okay.
of not going out and not being social.
Okay.
So what would your pros be?
That I don't feel anxious.
Okay, what else?
That I get to just stay home and get my stuff done, I guess.
That's understandable. Everyone wants to be able to.
I don't get distracted by the drama of having friends.
Okay, you have any others?
Not right now.
Okay, so that's 3 pros, right?
Yeah.
Pretty decent pros. I get them. Everyone likes to get their stuff done and be drama free. What cons can you think of that go along with you not going out and socializing and meeting new people?
Well, just that I don't have friends.
Okay.
That when sometimes I'm going through stuff, I have to go to therapy instead of talking to
Okay.
my friend
Okay.
because I don't have them. And then cons, I don't know, I just like freedom. Like I don't have freedom if I like get anxious about going
Okay.
out.
Do you feel lonely?
Yeah.
Okay. And you want someone to talk to? What about a boyfriend or a girlfriend?
Never had a boyfriend.
Do you want one?
I mean, of course, everybody wants to find someone that they can spend the rest of their lives with.
But it's hard because you have the anxiety related to
Yeah.
meeting new people. So I don't know if you've noticed, but your cons list way outweighs your pro. You had
Yeah.
3 pros and just a number of cons on that list.
Yeah.
So I think that shows we need to really work on this and try and get that anxiety under control. Not that you have to go and be social butterfly who has all the friends, but you want to at least have some close people in your life that you can talk to and
Yeah.
confide in and have fun with. So, do you have any other concerns you want to talk about right now regarding that? Or regarding the thought stopping that we talked about?
I just feel like maybe the bullying made me have like a really low, like self-image.
Okay, and that's something we can work on. I think once we get some of your thoughts under control, we can work on how you feel about yourself.
Cause I just don't feel like confident,
yeah,
when I go out.
So let's get back to the B in our
Okay.
ABC model. That is the belief we have about ourselves. And it sounds like the way your belief is that you're not good enough to have friends.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we want to change that belief and alter the way that you think about yourself to improve.
Okay. So it's like if I'm confident, then I'd be okay to go out. Because I wouldn't think like the worst about myself.
Exactly. I mean,
in
when you see someone and
situations.
you see them that being confident, usually you see them being able to talk to people, right? You
Yeah.
can see it on someone.
Yeah, I want to be like that.
Okay, and that's something we're going to work on. So the first thing we have to do is try and get some of those thoughts under control. So that thought stopping. So I want you to do that stop sign whenever you're feeling anxious, but also if you're having a negative thought about yourself. So if you're starting to feel like, oh, they're talking about me, or oh, I'm not good enough, stop sign.
Okay.
Okay, so try that. I'm going to come up with some more techniques for us the next time you come in, but I do have something I want you to try besides the thought stopping this next week before you
Okay.
come in. Are you willing to try something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you, one class, doesn't matter which one, I just want you to find one person and talk to them. Is that something you think you can do?
I mean, I can try.
That's all I can ask is that you try,
Okay.
right? So, like I said, you can pick whoever you want. It can be any class, just not your professor. I know you've spoken to your professors, so
Yeah.
your professors don't count. It has to be a peer,
Okay.
okay? Whether it's the person who sits next to you, in front of you, even if you just ask them if there's homework or if there was a reading assignment.
Okay.
I just want you to get that first initial contact with that classmate.
Okay.
Is that something we can try?
Yeah.
All right. So, talk to a peer and work on your thought stopping, and then I'll see you next week.
Stop signs. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Have a good weekend, okay?
Thank you.